Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Michael Garron Hospital in East End, Toronto, is experiencing a perfect storm in its emergency room, with daily visits doubling to 300 patients, far exceeding its designed capacity of 150. CTV News learned that the hospital has seen a 31% increase in ER visits compared to the 5-year average, with pediatric cases jumping by 74%. Dr. Carmine Simone, the hospital's executive vice president, attributes this surge to serving a community with many newcomers, marginalized individuals facing mental health issues, and chronic diseases, all necessitating acute care. To cope, the hospital has converted all non-clinical spaces into patient care areas and is exploring technology like AI to improve efficiency and reduce wait times. This situation reflects broader provincial concerns about hospital overcrowding and funding shortfalls. The Ford government plans a $64 billion health infrastructure investment over the next decade to expand hospital capacity. Despite the strain, hospital officials assure that patient care standards remain high, though the patient experience is less than ideal. According to Iranian state media, an airstrike on a petrochemical facility in Iran's southwestern Masar Special Petrochemical Economic Zone on April 4 resulted in 5 deaths and other injuries. The state media attributed the attack to the United States and Israel. Early on April 4, the Israeli military acknowledged the attack, and Prime Minister Netanyahu released a video statement on X, formerly Twitter, vowing to continue further strikes. Netanyahu asserted that the complex was responsible for producing and exporting chemicals for regime-affiliated military forces and was used to manufacture materials for explosives, ballistic missiles, and other weapons. This news is reported by Yahoo News. CBS News reports that air travel costs are significantly increasing worldwide as the conflict with Iran drives up jet fuel prices. Since the war began, jet fuel prices have nearly doubled, directly impacting airline operating expenses. In Europe, airlines are imposing surcharges ranging from 50 cents to $200 on every ticket. In the United States, ticket prices are projected to climb between 7% and 20%, a trend expected to continue for the foreseeable future. Major U.S. carriers like JetBlue and United have already responded by raising checked bag fees by up to $9 or $10. Travel editor Peter Greenberg advises consumers to book their summer travel plans immediately, as these elevated prices are likely to persist for at least 6 weeks, even if the conflict were to conclude soon. According to Sing Tao, the conflict between Israel and Lebanon continues, prompting Lebanese President Joseph Aoun to formally request a ceasefire from Israel. However, this plea has yet to receive a response. President Aoun emphasized the critical need for negotiations to halt Israeli airstrikes and ground advances in southern Lebanon, stressing that a ceasefire is an essential prerequisite for any comprehensive talks. He warned that Lebanon must avoid a fate similar to Gaza, where extensive destruction and casualties preceded negotiations, and implicitly criticized Hezbollah for exacerbating domestic divisions. Meanwhile, Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam expressed profound weariness with the incessant conflict, now entering its 2nd month, which has internally displaced over 1 million people. Salam highlighted Israel's stated intention to establish a security zone in southern Lebanon, viewing it as an alarming move to expand territorial control and create a buffer, which further deteriorates the already dire situation. He also acknowledged the resilience of the tens of thousands of residents, including Christians, who refused to evacuate their homes in the border regions. According to Thai Sounds, the Wall Street Journal reports an unusual move by China, which has reserved a large offshore airspace for an unprecedented 40 days, from March 27 to May 6. This action, which includes issuing flight notices similar to military exercise warnings, comes without any official explanation or announced drills. Typically, military exercises last only a few days, making this extended reservation highly unusual. The reserved airspace, larger than Taiwan, extends from the Yellow Sea to the East China Sea, north and south of Shanghai, with no upper altitude limit. Experts note that reserving airspace from surface to unlimited for such a long period without declared exercises suggests a continuous state of readiness rather than a single drill, indicating China may be using airspace control as a tool for military signaling. This follows another recent mystery where Chinese aircraft halted their incursions into Taiwan's airspace for 13 days in late February, coinciding with the initial attacks by the U.S. and Israel on Iran. A Taiwanese security official believes China might be increasing its military presence while global attention is diverted by the Middle East conflict, specifically targeting Japan to deter U.S. allies and weaken American influence in the Indo-Pacific. However, some analysts suggest it might be for scheduling flexibility for spring training, especially given upcoming political events like a KMT leader's visit to China and a potential U.S. presidential visit to Beijing. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.